So I was doing some chores around the house, and I was thinking how much my my kids, who I just love so much, Bella's 16, Luke's 15, Olivia is 14. Can you? Yeah, I was pretty busy, but there's birthdays. Bella's about to be 17. Holy cow, May 1st. And Olivia just turned 14, April 4th. So it's not as close as that, but it is now. Holy cow. Yeah, none of them listen to me. I don't think. Just as far, I don't blame them really, because when I was that age, when my dad talked any sort of politics, it was like, what? And here's the thing: as I got older, even 17, 18, but throughout my 20s, and they're like, I never argued with him about was it right. I knew he was right about the New World Order, um, World Economic Forum, just a great reset. Like, all those things he was talking about. Not like if you, I would love to be able to talk to him now, of course, because it's all happening right now. It's like, um, and then he didn't want to pay his taxes, and you look into it, and he was 100% right, and you're like, holy cow. But I won't get into that. But for me, just because I was young, I was starting a family. I'm like, I don't want any part of that, especially the tax business, because I don't want to go to jail, and I don't want to have to spend all my time worrying about that. Writing letters, and that's what my dad did. He had to defend himself and write letters and go to court and do all sorts of correspondence. I mean, it became his life. Um, but he was right, and he never fucking paid any. Um, but I think maybe I'm having a little impact on Luke, but Olivia and Bella are just like, "Oh, whatever," just like I would have been, really, honestly. So I'm just trying to communicate to them that when, not if, when central bank digital currencies come on down the pike, you do not vote for that. None of you vote for that in any, you know, I might even be wrong, because both parties are corrupt. They both are thoroughly corrupt. But only one wants to end the United States, and that's the Democratic Party. It's like I never thought I would say that, but like their actions are painfully clear to me. And right now I'm Chicken Little, saying the sky is falling. No one believes me, but it's 2024, and by 2030, I mean they're already trying to implement climate change and all of the changes that goes with it, eliminating fossil fuels. Um, and ostensibly that sounds like a great thing, but they are destroying all fossil fuels. Uh, their solutions make no sense, perhaps other than to the people who's going to benefit from them and make millions of dollars. It's just electric cars. It can't happen for more than three reasons, and people in power, in positions of authority, and they're all Democrats, say that electric is the way to go, and they'll just you know and there are just clear reasons why that can never be. They don't care. They move on. How? Like, why? If not for money, it makes no sense at all. And it's things like that, that if CBDCs come into play, they're going to be able to use climate change to enact all sorts of measures. Meat consumption, travel consumption, whatever it is. And I'm just, this does not exist, but I'm just going to guess if they wanted to pass this, there would be something to the equivalent of carbon taxes, and you can buy them and use them to offset other things. Guess who's going to be able to buy them? It's not going to be you. It's not going to be me. It's going to be super rich people just living the way that they always have. And you possibly going into poverty. So when it comes to Republicans and Democrats, there's no choice for me. Like, they're both corrupt, but one wants me dead. It's not. You know, that's another thing that people don't see coming down is just the racial discrimination against people like me or Asian males. It's like the DEI, the ESG. It's all against white people. It's just it. Didn't we relive this? Didn't we already go through this? Didn't we fight for it with Martin Luther King? And I that's a rabbit hole. But his idea of everybody being equal based on merit and the character, of themselves, trumps skin color. Means nothing. And now in 2024, it's everything? Really? We've gone from equality, which is based on meritocracy, hard work. Oh, you got really good grades? Well, you're going to get into a really good school. And you didn't, so you won't. We've gone from that to, what's your skin color? Okay, you go to the good school. Okay, that's DEI. There's no excuse for it. There's none. Like you can say, I could argue, and I would win that it's historically inaccurate. But even if it wasn't, it's not racism in, racism out. It's not like Ibram Kendi, and he literally says in his book, in order to eliminate white supremacy, what are these, like, yeah, and to eliminate white supremacy, in the from the past, you have to be racist now. God, why am I having such a hard time with what he said? Because it's so unbelievable. It basically says that the only remedy for past racism is current racism, and the only the only way to get rid of, God, now I'm having brain farts. I was just about to say it verbatim because it is verbatim. You get rid of current racism with future racism. Like his answer is just, well, in order to fix it, you got to be racist, and there's no line in the sand. There's no nothing. Like okay, you paid your due. You've done, like, how do you even do that? You can't. Like, Eddie. Anyway, I think I was saying that my kids don't really, they don't pay attention to me. Well, after that rant, I wouldn't pay attention to me either. Holy shit. Um, I just want them to be in a happy future. And I think about my circle of concern, them, and I think about my circle of influence, which is, it's like I don't, if it wasn't for cancer, I'd probably, maybe not, but still be in radio, but in a talk radio sort of a venue about politics. I mean, that would be the perfect job for me, really, to transition. And how big I would be, I don't know. I do know that the word economy would be well above this piece of garbage that I just did. You know, um, but I find that the older I get, it's the less standards I have in regards to like like did I express what I wanted to express? Yes. I'm not measuring it with word economy or any of that stuff. You know, that's why there's lots of ums and ahs, and it's like it's funny because I even think, you know, when I back when I was diagnosed, even when I was doing things like this, I was mindful of my word economy and getting directly to the point, and now I just don't care. It's like, who else is watching this? It's just more for me, really. Although I would like my kids to see this and see it at a time where they can still make a difference, you know. And look, the only way that you can make a difference, if you don't have a huge platform or anything like that, is just be yourself around your friends on social media, and just be real. Like if somebody says that there are, more than two sexes, you tell them there isn't. In any way that you want. It could be funny, it could be whatever. But it's stuff. It's letting stuff like that slide. Like it's okay to believe in something that's not real. Men can't get pregnant, and I get it. I get it. It's a trans woman, so therefore, that person identifying as a woman is really a woman. So therefore, you know, men can get pregnant because it's really a man now. No, it's still a woman. Let me say it again. It's still a woman. You can identify however you want. Still a woman. Doesn't matter. Like biologically. And here's the thing, man. Like, if I was introduced to a trans person and they want me to call them whatever and be identified as whatever, I would do it just out of respect. Like, what do I care? But I know if it's a transgender female, that it's really a man. A man who previous to, I don't know, like a couple years ago, would have been described as having body dysmorphia instead of being, a real woman. And it's leaving predators wide open. It's a wide open season for them. Because here's the thing: are transgender people immune from being perverts? No, they're not. They're right with us normal people. Okay, it's a very low percentage, but that percentage exists, and now you just made it super easy for them to have access to women. Congratulations. You That is just so fucking dumb. And that is a reason why there's a reason why shit like that happens, because people aren't stepping up and saying something. It's like, look, I don't have to be a doctor to tell the difference between a man and a woman. I don't. I have to look. And most times I don't even have to do that. So it was better, like back in like 2003. You know, you know, and again, I sound like an old person saying that, but it was like, you know, that was the day where if someone wanted to be who they really wanted to be, God bless you, go ahead. Um, and they were completely content with that. And now it's like, oh, you want access to women's spaces. Oh, you want to compete against women? Fuck no. There, no way that's gonna happen. Um, you know, but you have to talk about it. You have to call that person out, and it doesn't have to be mean. You don't have to do it like a like like a bad person. You could even find a meme that says what you're meaning to say. Just provide the meme. You know, but I think the mistake is just to let these people keep believing, because unbelievably it's shaping our policy. you know Now you can find books in certain schools of children sucking each other off. Literally. I love pornography. Who doesn't like, you know? But not for a seventh grader. Not for someone else's kid who has different values and different everything than you. And you're just, hey, this is a kid sucking another kid's. Yeah, okay, good. You see that? Okay, what's the moral of the story there? There is none. There's no moral. But that's the sort of thing that you just have to say bullshit. You know, I've seen people on Facebook say that that's banning books, and then I literally show them a picture from the book that they're showing in a certain school, and I'll mention the school if I have to. This is the smut that they are putting in schools, and that they want to put into all schools. So, having something be age appropriate is not book banning. And I told them exactly that. Like, if you want to defend this, go ahead. Waiting. Nobody wants to defend that because it's straight up porn. It's like, for me to say that, who to me straight up porn is showing the sex. It's showing everything, your penis, your vagina, everything. And there's like a seventh grader with another seventh grader's penis in his mouth, and they're talking about you know orgasms and stuff like that. It's like, what the fuck? Like, and that's 100% Democrats. 100%. Not 90, not like you would think. There'd be a couple strays from the Republican Party, and again, they're corrupt, but they're just corrupt in different ways. They're corrupt with war. They're basically corrupt with anything involving the betterment for the American people. Because they always side with lobbies. It's just, that's the way it is. They won't vote for term limits. They won't vote to if not ban lobbyists, like, just severely limit their ability to to contribute to campaigns and stuff like that. How about fucking not being able to trade in the stock market? Like, you're telling me you're gonna regulate that industry. You're gonna pass a law that says, they have a new technology, and just the day before you make that announcement, you buy like $1 million worth of their stock. Is that how it goes? Like, how is that not fucking insider trading? And don't tell me it doesn't happen. Don't tell me we have strict standards. You could take your standards and stuff them up your ass. The fact that you think that you're able to do that, and you can say, oh well, technically, we have a very stringent set of rules and blah blah blah. No, you don't. No, you don't. You inside trade. That's what you're doing. There's no amount of chicanery that can stop an average person from seeing it. It's weird, but yet it happens. They do it. They do it, and it's just like they expect you to have respect for them. Like you're a piece of garbage. Like you're the type of people who I tell my kids, like if they have kids, no, you can't go over. Whatever. Whatever. He's poor. He doesn't have a lot of. What if I had like $12 billion? That would change things. No, I can have 12 billion, 12,000, or 12. Most politicians are scumbags. They're bad people. They're fucking sociopaths. There's a few good ones out there, but like your Chuck Schumers and Lindsey Grahams, holy shit. Would they kill you to save their career? Now I know a lot of people would probably say, yeah, I'd kill to save my career anyway. Well, you're a bad person. Like if you're gonna fucking straight up murder somebody so your career can thrive, yes, you're a bad fucking person. You're a piece of shit. Sorry, I don't make the rules. You know? I wouldn't do that. No matter, like, I'm gonna murder somebody? Do they have kids? You know? What's their life arc like? How much in common do they have with me? And I'm gonna. No. No. You can fucking stuff it up your ass. It's just me. I don't know. Anyway, I should get going. My face is still fat. What are you gonna do? Olivia, along with Bella and her mother, they all went to the sugar factory, I guess, at the mall. They invited Luke, but it's like, where's he gonna sit? In the fucking trunk? And that's what they offered him. But thankfully he said no. But they look like they're having an awesome time. Colleen sent a little video. It's like, wow, that's really cool. And Luke and I went to Applebee's, and from there he went to Garrison, and that's where he is right now. Isn't that fucking A? Isn't that great? I mean, I'm just praying that they all get home safe, because that would ruin everything. So, like, once they get home safe and they're like, what a great day. You know, that we were actually able to you could argue, you could say, well, why didn't you go together as a family? Number one, it's would be way more expensive. you know. That's why I stayed home, although I was not directly invited. But I just, like, if I had a choice, like if you just asked me, I'd much rather just go to Applebee's than go all the way out to the mall, walk all the way around. Like, that's not the thing, man. But she likes it, and they like it, and so we go to Applebee's, and he goes to Garrison, and here I am, literally. because of that, you know. But I'm thinking, man, it's a really good Sunday. Like, whenever you can go to a restaurant and someone gives you food, you get to eat it. I mean, of course you have to pay for it, but it's like, that's what I mean. How much of a fucking privilege it is to be in a situation where you can sit down and somebody else can feed you. That you're fucking doing good. And it, and again, it's just perception. A lot of people will be like, "Fuck that. That's you're setting your bar way too low. You're setting them too high." like to me, if eating out is like the best thing since sliced bread, I get to have sliced bread a lot. You know, um, I'm all for setting goals and doing stuff. Um, maybe except for me, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like I'm like 9 years and change. What the fuck? What's going on? And I know how fragile this stage is. I know how quickly it can go sideways with a brain lesion, or if it starts to really creep up in here. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm on chemotherapy, so below. Look at my fucking. My hand's really not that fat. It's just, there's a little edema. Although it's not too bad. It's kind of, it's look at it. It's still fat. It's a fat fucking fist. That's what this is. It's like looks like a club sandwich, rather than. Let me see. Yeah, it's more real. You get the knuckles, and it's still kind of fat, but this is pretty good. This not so much. So, God, I'm almost like I'm going in on 28 minutes. I haven't fucking said a word. I you know I think I started off by saying my kids don't listen to me. Just watch out for CBDCs. And yeah, it's funny because I say, was I happier knowing or not knowing? And I cannot say not knowing fast enough. Like, my life was so much better. But of course, I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's how tired that's the way I'm getting. It's like, I don't even remember what I was saying, but I'm sure it was a good thought. I just, oh God. And here's the thing. Anybody watching, like, I highly doubt it. But it's so easy probably for you to remember stuff. Like, oh yeah, he was talking about this. He was talking about even I don't know how you're not fucking bored out of your mind, but you'd probably remember even what I was saying more than I remember it. Of course, I'm kind of high right now, and I know that because my mouth gets dry. So when I took a hit, it was just like, and now I'm just like, everything is dry. Everything is dry. I gotta shave. My face is is fat. You know, I can't see. Fuck. Ugh. I'm gonna go work out tomorrow with Luke, and I'm 2 weeks out from chemo. Although I think I worked. No, I think I worked out a couple days after chemo because I got it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't think I worked out on Thursday, and I haven't worked out since because Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday it was just progressively a lot worse. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like I would do like one thing and just be exhausted. Like I did on Saturday morning. I just I helped my brother out. You know, I just met him at the car rental place down the road. He got that taken care of, and I gave him a ride back. I was wiped out the rest of the day. And I didn't do anything. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm working out or doing anything. I'm just fucking not doing nothing.